Hey, everyone. It is Elsa932 on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me. We are here to cover Ready to Love episode 3. We're doing the live recap right now, right here. And we also do a live watch on Fridays during the time that the show is on. So we are bantering with each other. You all see my live reaction, which sometimes is not always, always polite. It's not always courteous, but definitely we do have a good time watching it. I do have a little snapshot, if we go to commercial break, I have a little, cue card that kind of tells people. So if you are watching it on the replay, when our commercial break set in, and if you wait a day, I'll have the timestamps ready. But we also watch this together. But because we watch it together and we get a good key while it's live, I got to watch it a second time and make my notes. Okay. Got to make my notes. Got to get my clips for the shorts because I do shorts for the show as well in my shorts area. Hey, Quay. Well, drive safely. You said you're driving home and listening. Okay. Drive safely. Okay. We know it's almost time for Thanksgiving holiday. We want to make sure you're safe. So, where can I begin? Let me pull up the cast. Who's here and who's not? Okay. So this is the cast, y'all. Okay. And if you look at the bottom there, those Richie and Diamond, they were both eliminated last time. What I'll do is everybody, we'll keep the hot light on. The red will mean they are still in the show and still a part of the cast. And we'll turn off the light. So it'll be their names will be in black if they have been voted off the show. So we learned this week, it starts off with it's going to be a skating party. Okay. Tommy said he's going to have everybody go running around skating. Okay. Now I enjoyed that pastime, but my grandfather was a little rebel. So we didn't stay in roller rinks because we didn't want to stick by the rules. So, we would be roller skating like how you see people out skateboarding all over the place. Yeah, that's how I was roller skating as a child. But nothing wrong with roller rinks. That is perfectly acceptable, safe place for you to be skating when you don't have the all the protection gear on. So what made me think of that was that Shannon walks in with her own skates. She said her dad took her weekly to skating, and I was like, yeah, Shannon, I have those fond memories too, and having my own skates. There was always that just bring your skates and let's go. Ed hopes that he doesn't fall. Ed, I think you would have some balance. You're a former boxer. And one thing I know, the little I know about boxing, you actually have to have some balance on your tippy toes as well, Ed, as a boxer. So when he said he was worried about that he may fall, I was like, I don't think Ed gonna fall. Hey, the Real Brown Family Chronicles, also known as Nesto's Sheckle Shuffle Walk of Shame. Glad to see you. Glad to have you here. I'm sorry, y'all. Every time I say that name, that's how I hear it in my head. Hey, Naomi NYC. Hello. Glad to have you here. Glad to see you. I know you became a member on Sunday, but some reason YouTube just wants to keep your membership right there, okay? At the top of the chat. But glad to see y'all here. So, as I was saying, hey Toya C, glad to see you. Glad to have you here. As I was saying, Ed was saying he hope he doesn't fall, but then Tommy comes rolling in on the carpet in his roller skates, and I was like, Tommy, that is not the safest place. That is not the safest place, Tommy, at all for you to be skating, at all. Thank you so much, Naomi NYC. The hair looks pretty. Yes, this is getting wash day together. If you're a member, you understand what happened last night in members. Hey, a Lotus Egyptian flower, also known as K Sharp. Oh, and here is Chicago Girl. Y'all are just filing on in. Y'all are right on time. I just was talking about Ed and his balance and about Tommy rolling in on the carpet. You can't get much traction on the rolling, Tommy. Okay. So he said, he just, said, y'all like my custom skates? Oh, look at my custom skates, Tommy. Okay. them custom skates look a little too clean. I don't think you use them custom skates. I think it was custom for this moment. I don't know, Tommy. Them custom skates look a little too clean, polished, ain't got no scratches on the wheel, like you ain't rolled on it. Come on, come on. Hey, Life is Reality. Glad to see you. Glad to have you here. I miss you. We usually do Sundays, Married at First Sight UK. But Tommy's skates were too clean for him to actually make me believe that he be at the roller rink. Notice that we didn't see any footage of him rolling around the ring. We saw him take off a little bit, but we didn't really see Tommy, really doing much. Okay? Tommy always wants a compliment. He always does. And as the host, he shouldn't be fishing for compliments. They should just come to him as the host. Okay, Toya? Will it look like this on Thursday? Thursday for what? I don't know. I don't know if it'll look like this on Thursday. This is how it looks every day. Nestos, this is how, when I put it on, this is how it looks every day. You heard me. So, Tommy was safer on the carpet. Yeah, his bones and everything were safer on the carpet. Okay. Okay. Thank you, y'all. Yes, Tommy is safer on the carpet, but them skates are too clean. There is fresh out the box. But I understand not wanting to rent skates. So you know who the true skaters are from the ones who just there to skate on occasion. Because I have a problem. I have a problem with, sometimes renting skates and stuff. Your bowling shoes, but I take the thing and I spray it myself. Thanksgiving, Mr. Elson and I are spending Thanksgiving, just the two of us. Yeah, that's all we're doing. And I'm getting some Thai food from this Thai food spot. I contacted them. I have to order and pick up the food tomorrow. Okay. But we don't do the whole huge thing for Thanksgiving. Or remember, I told you I have my Caribbean roots and I can go to somebody's house, but I don't necessarily have to do the whole thing. We gather together as friends and family on other occasions. But I hope you do have a lovely Thanksgiving with your gathering, okay? And I hope you don't wear a ponytail. She gets the inside joke, okay? Y'all, she gets the inside joke. So, so here's one good thing. He brings back the people from the Second Chance Mixer, okay? He brings back the people from the Second Chance Mixer. And Toya, see, I'm going to put it in the comments. He brings back those folks, and folks realize that, as I showed you, Richie and Diamond, they were sent home. Hey, High Vibe, good to see you. They were sent home. So everybody else came back. Then Cardi. Okay, the Cardi experience has changed. Remember, we were talking about Cardi's plaits, his single braids. We didn't like it. We didn't like it at all. So Cardi decided to let your hair down. Cardi took his hair out and it was curly and it was natural and well moisturized. Okay. He gave us a little bit of the Cardi experience, if that's what he meant. And his hair looked absolutely fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Okay. Now, Toya, see, no, that's my mama. That's my mama. I'll do your curry, but roti takes a while. Oh, go have a okay. Sometimes it tells us what happened the night before. Something about Cardi reminds me of Drake. Okay. Is it the hair? Is it the face? Is it, I don't know. I don't understand. What is it? The way he talks when he drags? I mean, Detroit, Michigan is kind of close to Canada, real close to Canada. So maybe the accent, maybe his drawl. I don't know. Hey, Just Rhonda01, glad to have you. Glad to see you. Yes, thank you for telling everyone. Hit the like button one good time. Just one good time. And make sure you go over to Just Rhonda's channel. She is covering all your housewives, your Bells of the Collectives, all of that good stuff. And she's also covering Ready to Love. So, back to our regularly scheduled program. So, while they're skating around, Bello and Dominique, have a good little banter. Like he He watches her leaves. He watches her from the back. Okay. Likes what he sees. And if you want to see that, I believe that's one of the, 40, 50 shorts that I done posted and members got to early on. Or else, if you're not a member, you will see it pop up for the rest of the week. Then we see Chris and Shannon. Chris tells Shannon that she has a real regal spirit. That she is not stuck up. She's very sweet. But she says she's always been told that people think she's pretentious or she thinks she's better than them, which she does not believe so. But we could kind of understand what Shannon is meaning, why people say that, okay? Why, she thinks like that. And remember, Shannon also told us she's a pastor's kid, so that could also play into it. I'm not seeing Drake with Cardi, maybe the silk press. Hey, Shayna, you just kick in the door with that one. You're like, not Drake. We ain't going there. Maybe because of the silk press. Or you got into Ratchet TV with these shows. Girl, you better go on somewhere. Bella's a member of the Sprayed Hairline Crew. Is that what we're calling them? I thought we were calling them the Beijing Brotherhood. Remind me, is it the Spray Hairline Crew or the Beijing Brotherhood? Because that's what I call them in my head. Okay. So Bello and Emily, they do sit and speak. He said he likes to be present in his conversations. He likes to be focused in and tuned in and not distracted. And as soon as he says that, and I think this is editing, but that is just my humble opinion, we hear a loud noise from the skating rink and she totally is distracted and looks away. And then she tells him, let's go skate. Now, was this sliced and diced to make it seem like she was distracted here? The let's go skate of I don't want to talk to you anymore. I think it was spliced and diced, but that's just me. Okay. The Beijing Brotherhood. Okay. Beijing Brotherhood. So Nicole and Vince are apparently trying out tricks on the roller rink. And, Nicole, bless your heart, you gave it a good old try. But guess what, Nicole? You got to have a partner that knows what their assignment is if you are going to be rolling through their legs. Vince, you needed to spread them a little wider. Okay? You need to spread them a little wider. And also, Vince, you can't expect her to do all the work. I mean, on the rink. Okay? If your mind went elsewhere, maybe he expects you to do all the work there too. Vince, you can't expect her to do all the work. You are to reach through your legs, and so her hands are clasped into yours, and you also help bring her through, okay? You are supposed to help in this regard, not just stand there and let it happen. I'm just saying. If you have skated and you have done, tricks with a partner or different things, I'm sure you know what I'm saying. Maybe Vince has never done this with a partner, okay? Donna and Darius, she felt like he was giving a persona at the mixer, and she did not get a good impression of him. He said, well, whoa, 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 Darius, he got his fur on in his confessional. Now, y'all, please don't go calling Peter, because we've seen all kinds of fur, and I don't know if it's fall fur on Darius. We've seen all kinds of animals being draped on Darius's chair, draped around his neck, and it looked custom. Okay, I need to know that it's fall fur, or somebody might be calling Peter up in Detroit, wherever Darius is. Okay, so he said we never really talked. So how could you get an impression of me? I understand that, Darius, and I agree with you to some extent. She can't really have a full impression, but we can have an impression of you. Looking at you across the room and how you interacting with others, we can get an impression, not a personal impression, but we get an impression. Okay, from the Beijing Brotherhood, because Darius is part of this Beijing Brotherhood. Okay, Quay is trying to analyze what type of fur it is. She is saying it may be coyote fur. Now, if you would like to, in the comments below, you can certainly say what type of fur that you are guesstimating Darius is wearing throughout this episode. And the previous one, we saw a fox fur on his throne at his desk. Okay, so Quay has put in her thoughts that it may be Beijing. Okay, it may be a Beijing fur, not a Beijing fur. The Beijing Brotherhood is wearing coyote fur for this episode. Okay, I see you, Quay. I see you. Real life, Life is Reality says wolf fur. Okay, he's a wolf. Okay, gray wolf. There's all different kinds of wolf, but we will take wolf. So she said the 9 other women, yeah, they didn't tell you. He said I talked to them, but they didn't tell me. She's like, I'm the only one willing to tell you, Darius. And he said she's judgy. Her face is twisted, and she's not trying to get to know him. And I agree with you, Darius. She ain't trying to get to know you. She is not trying to get to know you. She's knowing the outside, and she's not giving you a chance. Now, Naomi NYC says chinchilla fur. Okay. Now, which type of chinchilla, Naomi? There's the actual chinchilla, the actual animal. But did you know that there are rabbit chinchilla? So there's rabbit fur that has the chinchilla pattern that they also use for that. So I've been told they also use that. When I was trying to go convince Mr. El Cid we should raise rabbits, I found out that there was a rabbit with chinchilla pattern fur, that sometimes that's being used instead of the actual chinchilla. But good guess, Naomi. Good guess. Hey, Delphine Azul, glad to see you. Glad to have you here. Yes, Naomi, go and look. There's a chinchilla pattern a rabbit out there. Okay. And if you get a gray rabbit, maybe we, since we're part of the Beijing Brotherhood, maybe they put Beijing, to make the black stripes for the chinchilla. Prospect Park squirrel fur. Now, Quay, I rebuke thee, because don't be bringing my Prospect Park into this. Don't be bringing my Prospect Park people. The Prospect Park squirrels are hard to catch. Okay. Donna hasn't been to the lounge, and she's already telling. Well, here's the thing. Thank you for saying that, Just Rhonda. Hey, Locked Queen, glad to see you here. Here's the thing. Donna and the lounge business. Okay. Here's the thing. Donna, I find it quite suspicious. Okay. Quite suspicious that when Chris was asking you for the deets, for the beans, for all the information from when the ladies were talking to see if he was going home, you told him, I can't tell you that. Why are you asking? And I'm sure that's why you put him on the bottom of your list. Now, here we are. Darius didn't ask you for a daggone thing other than a conversation. Yet you telling him the 9 other women feel like you pretentious. The 9 other women don't have a good impression of you. You decide to open up and tell Darius something he never asked you. Yet Chris is here asking you for the deets, and you're like, no, I ain't telling you. Donna, your slip is showing. Your slip is showing. Why did you have to be that direction of the conversation with Darius? What you could have asked Darius is like, hey, where'd you get them pants with all them pockets? I didn't know leather pants came in a cargo style. You could have talked to him about anything. Hey, I got a 2020 car. What can we talk about? You could be relatable to him without actually, downplaying this man and telling him what's said in the ladies' conversations. But Donna just want to give the information. Donna, I guess I'm thinking, based on what we have seen, remember, this is not all that Donna is. These are the clips we've seen. It seems like Donna wanted to take him down a peg or two. It seems like Donna wanted to have the higher playing field. It's like, I'm gonna need to bring you down, player. I'm gonna need to bring you down to size, because you ain't all that. That's what it sounded like based on the clips that we saw. Okay. Now, Tommy says that the men have the power to eliminate this week. Donna. I'm sorry. You done ticked off one of the men that has your fate in their hands. You done ticked off one of the fate in their hands. Yes, the 9 women is everybody. Yes, it is everybody, because one went home. Diamond went home. Donna, you just messed up. Okay, play it down. Play it down. I think Donna and her goofy expressions will be going home soon. I don't like the look she gives people. Now, Delphine Azul, I would understand that, but again, if Donna's making faces and facial expressions, then she will stay. If she's doing that, she'll stay. The show will allow her to stay. Why? Because she's entertaining. And this is for your entertainment and pleasure. So we see little blurbs, and they go quick. They go real quick, and they only give us a sentence or two. And we heard that Christina, and y'all know I say Christina like that because of Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Christina said she was sheltered. She didn't date till it was college. And this is all fun for her. And I said, ooh, Christina, that I'm glad we got that one-liner because we're finding out a lot about Christina. Carde and Ashanti, Ashanti's like, oh, we matching, we twinning, we wearing the same hairdo. I was like, yeah, but his a little blonde, but I understand y'all doing natural curly hair. I understand, Ashanti, but that's not how I would have had a conversation with Cardi. But hey, you're there for the Cardi experience, okay? Lauren tells Steven that you know, she almost fell and he wasn't around to catch her. And he said, hey, if I was there, you wouldn't almost fall. So Lauren and Steven have a cute little banter that we heard that I do like. I really like that interaction, but it was giving me homie vibes. It was giving me homie because Steven wasn't really looking at her. You know, Lauren, we saw flick the hair a little bit, but I still don't know if she was truly interested in him. It wasn't giving me romance. Ashley and Darius were sitting out. Now, what gave me romance was these two, Ashley and Darius. Ooh, Ashley, I needed you to pass the fan through the TV because y'all were heating it up. Y'all were heating it up. He was he tells he does all that. Says he massages feet, but he ain't into licking on the toes in them, but he saw hers and he will for her. Hey, to go to Africa, good to see you. Glad to have you here. He said he will for her. She goes into his family. He has a sister. And when asked about children, he said he has 4 wonderful kids. He has a tribe. He has no reservations about her, even though she has no kids. But she is a passionate person. He says that in his confessional. He loves that. And he said it to her that she's one of the most passionate people here. Now, she does say she wants 2 to 3 kids. And then he's like, hey, I'm a sharp pew pew. Because you know what? My soldiers don't miss, is what he's saying. Mine don't miss. And she gives the banter right back saying she's fertile myrtle. These two had great banter. You know, she said she has him feeling her strongly. And I'm like, they had great banter, but I don't know if this is going to work out. I know he likes her. He is pursuing her and she's open to the pursuit, but I don't know. I really don't know. He already has 4. So we might go up to 6 or 7. And how is this going to work? I'm glad we're finding out some people have children or, the cast that have children. We don't know. Is this from a previous wife? Is this from one previous relationship? How many households are these children in? That is a question. But he does say something. Hey, somebody got to accept the whole tribe in order for us to be a whole family. At least what I like to hear from Darius, as we call it, he's part of the Beijing Brotherhood. What I like to hear what Darius is like, hey, this is a whole unit. And when someone comes in, it is to accept the entire unit. I'm sure the unit will adjust to that person. But he was like, hey, the way he speaks about his children, the way he talked about his tribe was very, very much really like to hear. But even though I like to hear it, I hope how he speaks so well of them is also how he is viewed by them. Yeah, he said she tickled his pickle. It's a Carmen pickle down. Well, that's why Darius is kind of, a little off by what Donna said. That's why he's a little bit off because he's having this. And I wonder, did this conversation with Ashley, even though we saw it after the conversation with Donna, I wonder if this was happened before, because he was very, very, very much, telling us, hey, he was very much telling us, hey, I'm good with the ladies. The ladies are all good with me. What's Donna come saying this? So I wonder why he had such bravado as well. Is if this conversation with Ashley happened before he talked to Donna, I would be like him, like, I don't know what you're talking about. But he can't say that because, again, we also got to collect votes. Hey, Shea Butter Mama. I'm guessing this is your first time here. Welcome, welcome. I don't recognize the name or the avatar, but if you have been here before, welcome back. And I appreciate you being here. Donna will be the next woman to exit. She tried it. Girl, she did try it. But why try it? That's my question, Donna. Why try it? Why? What did you benefit, gain, or learn by trying it with Darius like this? I didn't get it. This whole ready to love doesn't mean ready to cut somebody down. It really doesn't mean that. But again, she probably not feeling him. but that's okay. You don't have to feel all the gentlemen there. Maybe you could just be like, oh, you know what? Have polite conversation that leads nowhere. Now, next up, we see a group date. We see that Chris said he invited Nicole, Vince, and Emily. Now, what I do like is Emily's outside in the car. Emily is outside in the car. Hey, Quay, welcome to the membership. I thought you were a member. Welcome to the membership, Quay. Okay, thank you so much for being here. You are now an L citizen. Yay. So we find out from Emily in the car, and I like this car cam. Okay, ready to love. If there's an addition somebody needs a raise for, this car cam, I loved it. Because Emily in here in the car cam saying, Vince better not do something for me to cuss him clean out. And y'all know sometimes when we're getting out of car to go meet somebody or whatever, if you are going on a date, you're like, Dad, I hope this work out. I hope you don't do nothing that's going to make me have to tell him about himself. That is exactly what I was hearing in my head when Emily was doing that. That is exactly why, I was like, Emily, I totally commiserate. Okay. You don't want to cuss him out, but you will if he says something. So she shakes his hand across the table, but she says he owes her an apology. And he just said, I'm sorry. He don't even know what for. But he does say, I'm sorry. And he has no clue why. Now, Chris and Nicole go off to talk, and it was real cute. Nicole, I'm appreciating that your eyes ain't only on Ed. Nicole, I am appreciating that you are not just, tripping all over Ed. Okay, Quay, I see you. Oh, you missed the members only live. Oh, you missed a good one. Yesterday, last night. Mm-hmm. So Chris and Nicole walk off hand in hand. Lovely. And they talk about his tattoo. Finally, y'all could correct me if I'm wrong. Finally, a brother, when asked about his tattoo on Ready to Love, he is able to give an educated answer. Okay, if y'all remember in the past, when somebody's answered, they have fumbled the response. Hey, D Brown, good to see you. Glad to have you here. They have fumbled the response. Okay. And Chris was like, the tattoo goes up his arm, on his chest, and up to behind his ear. And we find out it's a garden. He adds his different fruits and vegetables. Remember, Chris is a chef. So this makes total sense. Okay. She said she had a vision about being married, and there may be things that she needs to work on. And this is why she's in this experience. This is Nicole. Chris said he'd been married 2 times and he will get married again. Okay, we added more to the bio. Chris has been married before. He said he married his childhood sweetheart while in mourning for his mom. And she, agrees with him that her therapist also warned her about connecting with people on a romantic level from a funeral or from a loss. And Chris does tell us he finds her easy to talk to and good people. Okay. I wish it would have shown a close-up of his tat. I love the concept for a chef. They did, Quay, but they flicked it in real quick. You saw it on his forearm. You saw it on his arm, and it was he keeps adding, and it was wonderfully described. And he can keep that tattoo private for his special person. I don't need to see it, but that's just me. Or maybe catch him on the beach, catch him outside. How about that, Quay? Then we see Vince and Emily sitting across from each other, and we're like, y'all know why y'all put them to sit together. Because Chris could have gone and talked to Emily. Y'all knew that Emily said, I don't want to have to cuss him clean out on the inside. So y'all put them to sit together. So we find out again, Emily, apart from being a fashion designer, and remember, she is a designer for the Detroit Pistons cheerleaders. She teaches high school fashion and graphic design for grades 9 through 12. And Vince, we see your eyes straying down. Okay. Just because, Emily's décolletage, you could glance down. Okay. One good time, have a good look, take a picture, it'll last longer. But Vince, the entire time you talking to Emily, we seeing you looking, your eyes are straying. And production, y'all are messy, but I like it. I like the kind of messy y'all were. So Vince says that she's aloof. She's aloof. Okay. I don't know how much, I don't know much more about her other than she likes to show her assets. And we don't know much about you, Vince, other than you like to look at her assets. How about that? How about that? What you're trying to say, Vince, about Emily tells me more about you. Okay? It tells me a whole lot about you and where your mind drifts to. I'm not saying she can't, cover the valleys below. I'm not saying she can't, cover it up a bit, give a little bit more, coverage, but that's fine. That's fine. That is not a complete interpretation of who she is. I'm so glad they sent Emily and her cleavage home. Now, Delphine, why go and spoil it? But I know everybody doesn't see it. Yes, they did send her home. I think Emily was there so she don't get fined, but we'll get to that. Okay. Well, you can't see her head because her boobs are in the way. No, just Rhonda. I thought it was her bang yang yangs and her long hair in the way. Okay. It was too much. She leads with it. Since it's to the forefront, Delphine, don't we all lead with it? I'm just making a joke, y'all. It is no wrong answers. You just walk right into that one, Delphine Azul. You walk right into that one. But hey, he wants her to pick her favorite kids. Is it the ones now entering, the new kids, or the kids about to graduate? And Vince, we learned too, you have multiple children. We learned that you have two teens, a 17-year-old daughter and a 15-year-old son. Nobody should ask you who's your favorite child. Nobody should ask you who's your favorite child. Come on. Oh, come on. Vince was sincerely turned off by her assets. Hey, and was he turned off by her assets? We will have to ask Vince. Okay, Vince, if you're out there looking, tell us if you were turned off by her assets. My other interpretation is you're turned off with the fact that maybe you would never have access to those assets. I'm just trying to play the other side of the coin, y'all. Okay, sometimes we're a little bit, it's kind of like, oh, I know I can never have that, so it's kind of like sour grapes. Okay. I'm busy as well. It's not the first thing you notice about me when I'm approached. I understand, Delphi. I understand. I'm just making light of the situation because this is all for entertainment. Okay, this is all for entertainment. I think he meant her favorite age group to teach. I know what he meant. And she was playing hard to get. She's like, I'm not gonna pick my favorites, and you're not gonna get me to say this on camera either. Okay, you're not gonna get me to say this. Hey, Mimi, glad to see you. It's raining there. It's raining here too. It rained this morning and it's raining right now. But be safe if you are driving, okay? So, Vince tells us that he can't control what his kids are doing, but Emily's trying to say you have to monitor something. You have to monitor something, okay? Oh, you think he's attracted to Don's? Yeah, we saw the interaction. But Emily is saying you have to monitor some stuff. So Vince's like, hey, I can't do all of it. But his daughter is watching some Menendez brothers documentary. And I said, yikes. Vince, you are grown enough to know who the Menendez brothers are. And if she's watching this documentary, I would at least know why. Because do you know why the Menendez brothers have a documentary? Why they're so famous? Because they were, convicted and of unaliving their parents, Vince. This is something you should kind of know. Vince is grown enough to know the story of the Menendez brothers. And this is really concerning to me, considering the meat and potatoes of that story. So Emily's trying to tell him kind of like, you got to monitor things and be careful. She's trying to say, hey, she has a 23-year-old son in college. So he asked for tips. Now, y'all, this is where I'm going to get real hot and bothered about Vince. Not sure what you're reviewing tonight. Nonetheless, stopping by to say hi. Thank you so much, Blaze. Thank you. Blessings to Elsa and everyone in the house. Thank you so much. Woke up extra onions. Emily is a bad pig. Yeah, scared plotting on the parents. Right. Vince don't even know the whole thing is plotting on the parents because he ain't monitoring. But he asked Emily for tips. He asked her, hey, do you have any tips? She said, hey, weekly phone calls. She's going to have a life. She's going to meet boys. She's going to have friends. She's going to have school, work her own way into becoming an adult. Into coming into adulthood. Now, I think what was cut out of that is like he asked her about tips about what happens when your kid goes off to college. Okay. And I think this was another splice and dice of a conversation. So Vince is like, he wants to stop with the boys, stop talking about that with the boys and what she gonna be doing. And Emily's like, she'll have a social life and she won't be up under you. So Vince found this awkward. She's saying what should happen and what he should do, and it's no right or wrong. It's just different ways of being a parent. Vince, I agree with you on that, but you asked her for tips. You asked Emily for information. You asked her. Don't ask people for information. Don't ask people to answer a question. And then all of a sudden, you trying to say, oh, she telling me what should happen and shouldn't. You asked her for tips. So she's telling you what should and shouldn't happen. This is her advice. You don't have to take it. You don't have to do it. It's your child. It's your life. It's your relationship with your child. But you made it seem like she just jumped up and told you what you should and shouldn't do with your child. We clearly heard you, and production left it in. Do you have some tips? Now, whether it is in relation to your child when they go off to college or not, we don't know. But what we do see splice and dice is that he asked for tips. Yeah, the daughter watched the Menendez story. It seemed like a cry for help. I know what school has become. I know that school has some sort of dress code, but hey, with the teacher shortage, they probably turn a blind eye to them headlights and high beams. Now, Mimi, just because, the teachers, how they dress in the school ain't necessarily how they dress outside. Now that, that I'll give her. Hey, High Vibe, that's such a pet peeve. People who ask for advice and then are bothered by the advice they receive. Thank you, High Vibe. That's where I'm a little ticked off with Vince. You asked her. You asked her. Emily does not say to me, y'all, and y'all could correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know this lady. I don't know anyone on this cast. Emily does not strike me as someone that's just going to give you her advice. She does not strike me as someone that's just going to voluntarily tell you what should and shouldn't be done. Now, if you ask her, she definitely going to be giving it to you. Hey, when in Rome, glad to see you. Seen you in the YouTube streets, but good to see you here. Plotting against the parents. Parents don't have free reign. He asked for advice. She asked for advice, and so did he. Yes, we asked for advice, and then you don't like how or what the person. Come on now, Vince. Vince is quite. I'm souring on Vince. I thought he was a little quirky and funny at the first mixer. He looked a little scared. But right now, I understand what Emily mean by he better not say nothing to tick me off, to cuss him, to clean out. I'm understanding what she meant. Okay, but you did ask for tips. Okay, what we heard. Now we see that Ed and Donna have a date, and we get the car cam again. And Ed says he is careful what you wish for, Ed. Ed said that he, wants to have this date. He didn't have much time with Donna, but he's looking for the boom reaction. He's looking for the boom. And I'm like, okay, Ed, you about to get the tick, tick, boom. Okay. You about to get the tick, tick, boom. I don't know if Vince is all the way there either. When in Rome, you ain't said nothing but a word. So, he admits to being nervous because he had never been around beautiful women. And I'm like, what about the mother to your children, Ed? Is this a way of kind of being flirty, but then you're dismissing the beauty of the lady that gave you children? Yeah, that kind of came off kind of wrong. It irked me. It irked the heck out of me. What irked the heck out of me too, y'all, I'm a little bit different. I was distracted. You know how y'all were distracted by, Emily's décollage? I was distracted, Ed has the brand of his fraternity on his arm. And while I respect that this is, their custom, I just feel some kind of way with branding our people. That's just me. That's just me. And I understand that it means something different for the group he is a part of, but I just feel some kind of way. Okay? That's just me. You ain't got to feel some kind of way like I do. Hey, aristocrats, okay? Okay, hey, aristocrats, also called AKA champions. Yeah, when in Rome, that nasty brand irked me as well. It did irk me. It irked it every time I see it. It irks me. It irks me. I'm happy that it healed well. I'm happy it healed well. There are some people where it didn't, and it irks the heck out of me. I know it's champions. But he goes in, they talk, when he said he hadn't been around, beautiful women before, Donna clocked it, but she's like, oh, he's flirting. Continue talking to me and telling me how beautiful I am. Okay, Donna, where was this with Darius? Where was this with Darius and the part of the Beijing Brotherhood? Where was this, Donna, that know he full of crap, but willing to say, well, just keep on talking nice to me? Where was this, Donna? Because you know what? You don't like Darius. I'm thinking you really like Ed. I think Donna really likes Ed. Okay. That's why she was willing to kind of like, I know you're full of crap, but keep on flirting. Keep on talking to me. So he asked her, what is her 5-year plan? And I'm like, Ed, this is an interview. Oh my word, Ed. When he said that, I was disappointed and I was lackluster throughout the rest of this date. Because it's like this 5-year plan, you could have asked it in a different way. It sounded like an interview, like you're about to, sign her up for a job. You heard she's a mathematician. You probably think she'll make a great accountant for your business or businesses. It just irked me. Don't ask a 5-year plan. Okay. Okay. Where do you see, your husband, maybe if your husband is me, how do you see me fitting into your life? How do you see a future with us? That is a different way of asking, what is your future plan without saying 5-year plan? Okay. Be less of an interview style question. So Donna did say she has a plan, y'all. Okay. She's going to graduate with her PhD. She will get her thesis published and she will be married and done having kids. Donna, that's a heavy load for me. Not for you. You can handle it. For me, finishing my PhD, getting it published and popping out kids. Girl, in 5 years, I hope you're at the tail end of the PhD because I couldn't do both and have the kids. But that's just me. Ed is taken aback, that it'll be 5 years, she'll be done with kids. And she's like, hey, I'll be 43 in 5 years. How long do you want me to wait? He asked the questions he wanted to ask because he's a transactional guy. Okay, high five. He's transactional. Hey, Sam, glad to see you. Glad to have you here. I know you're working hard. Okay. So, I'm off this week, so I'm hardly working. Her math ain't mathin'. Oh, her math is not mathin', Quay says. But she's the mathematician, Quay. Okay. She knows it all as far as the math and the mathing. So how dare we question her mathing, Quay? Now they hit on another topic that is very strong topic. They hit on religion. Donna says she is spiritual. She wants the person or anybody to just be a good person. That is the basis of it. And everyone can claim whatever religion they want. They can practice whatever religion they want. Okay. Her husband can be whatever religion he is, but allow her to also teach her children spirituality so that children have both beliefs and can choose which one they wish to pursue. Now, Ed says he wants him and his spouse and his kids to be all aligned under one religion. And he's strong about that. Basically, Ed said, me and mine in my house, we only know one religion, one God, one band, one sound. That's it. Ed is like, we don't compromise on this. He ain't compromising. So I'm guessing they both going to X each other off the list. Okay? X each other off the list. 2 years is more realistic to ask for. Okay, Mimi, I can see that. Or you could just ask, what do you wish to accomplish out of this Ready to Love experience? I mean, there's a way to ask things that don't sound like an interview. But I don't think Ed and Donna gonna go anywhere. I don't think so. But hey, I could be wrong. Now we see Bello and Dominique. Okay. Bello is sitting in this lovely lounge in his bright suit. Remember, he's part of the Beijing Brotherhood. And Dominique walks in. Now, if you've watched this scene, if you watched it with us, I didn't notice it at first, and then I noticed it. If you notice, there is tape, like electrical tape, over her headlights. So if y'all gonna be talking about Emily and her showing her décollage, the fact that Dominique needed to have big old tape to cover up her headlights, okay, y'all better be as forceful in y'all conversations about that. And don't you dare come in this chat saying, I didn't notice that. I didn't see that. Because if you're looking, because Bello saw, Bello looked. Okay? That's when he was, wow. Yeah. Okay. Okay. But she looked fabulous. She did, but I noticed that. Definitely noticed that. And I know just Rhonda noticed that because she talked about it in her recap and review. I believe if that wasn't last night, it was Sunday night. She saw it too. She definitely saw it too. These people driving cray cray. Girl, just be safe. Just be safe with it raining. So he does say, wow. Oh, wow. When she walked in. See, Delphine, see, you didn't notice. You noticed Emily, but you ain't noticed Dominique. Okay. Okay. Like Titus said in King's Court. Okay. But he is relieved that she was not eliminated because they had a strong, affinity for each other. He's afraid he didn't move quick enough and he could have missed his chance with her. But he wants a God-fearing and spiritual person. And she said, hey, she loves the Lord and her father is a pastor. And I'm like, okay, what are the chances we have two pastors' kids? And I'm looking at the rest of the cast and I'm like, who else is a pastor's kid? Because that may be the short list. Okay, it may be the short list because we know Shannon is the daughter of a pastor. So now we find out Dominique is the daughter of a pastor. But she also said, I love the Lord, but I love to party too. Hey, praise the Lord in song and dance. Okay, praise the Lord in song and dance. Okay, that's what she said. She said, we have so much in common that his dad is an imam. Okay. And I heard it and I was like, did he really say that? What I thought he said. And I didn't want to say it on our live. Our live watch. We watch it live together, y'all, here on this channel on Fridays when the show is on. And we talk and banter during the commercial break. But an imam, for those who don't know, is someone who leads the prayer at the mosque. Okay. He leads the prayer at the mosque. And this is where Bello shares that he is Muslim. He is Muslim. Girl, them PK kids. Not all of them, a majority, especially those who come on the show. I'm like, ooh. I'm like, ooh, I hope Shannon retains her regalness, okay? I hope she don't go off in here. But she wants to know, what does this mean? Him being Muslim. What does that mean for her? Do you have more wives? Do I have to cover up? What are we talking about? How do you practice and how do you expect your woman to present to you? And he said, hey, he ain't trying to change nothing about how she dresses. He grew up with his mom, not with his dad. And, he's asked, God for always direction and guidance in his life. She said, we can teach each other, how we pray in each of our religions. So I thought that was sweet, but I don't know how this is going to last. I would like it to last. They have great chemistry. He is very intense on camera. He is very intense, but I'm wondering how this is going to play out. Okay? How is this going to play out? Yes, she did ask a great question. It's like, okay, you're Muslim. What kind? What kind? And how does your woman have to conform to that? When Bello and them lips, we know he in the streets. Them Beijing streets, the Beijing Brotherhood in the streets. But he said when in Rome, when we met him, his name is synonymous with success. His name is synonymous with all good things. Okay. So his name got to be ringing in the streets, right? When in Rome, his name has got to be in the streets for it to be synonymous with anything, right? Okay. I'm just putting it out there. So, he said he doesn't want to run over her. He doesn't want to run over who she is. And he wants her feedback and partnership. That's also part of it. He's not going to silence her. That is not what this relationship will be about. Okay. And then he goes on, talking about children. And she asked, would you be open to surrogacy? He says, I gotta have a son. Y'all, I don't know why now he has ticked me off. I don't know why these men are saying things that are going to tick me off. And when he said, I gotta have a son. And she said, I understand because he wants lineage. He wants his name to carry on. And all I said is red flags. Red flags. She agrees, but, says it's not that simple. That's why she pushed the surrogacy conversation. But here's my thing. Your daughter carries your lineage. It's not more than just your name. Okay. And if you don't know, go look at history of Henry VIII. His daughter ended up succeeding him and being queen for a lot of years, the golden age of England. So when anyone's I gotta have a son, and your name can still carry on. Okay? Okay, your name can still carry on. There are other ways for your name and your lineage and your genetics to carry on. But when he's like, I gotta have a son. Okay, okay. We learn from Josh on Maps, they will say anything to hook you, then switch the script after the ring. Queen Elizabeth, Queen Victoria, etc., etc. History is littered with women. Thank you, High Five, who are paying homage way better in the lineage, okay, than the boys ever would. The obsession with boys is annoying. Yes, she's in her early 40s already, raised grown kids. She's not starting over at 42. Right. And the streets are saying 42 is generous. 42 is generous. Okay. But she does share that she has had, for those of you who have suffered loss, please, this is a trigger warning. She has had 2 miscarriages. So maybe her body cannot carry a child to term. So he said, did you decide not to try or because it was too traumatic? And she said she's just scared of losing another child. And I understand that. Okay. I understand that part of it. To go through that loss again, to intentionally, you're going to need therapy and you're going to need a good support system. But I totally understand. And the fact that she is telling him this on their first date, I think she really likes him and wants him to know this is what it is. This is what it is. Not generous. When in Rome, sometimes I have to be generous with my words. Okay. Sometimes I'm gonna be reckless in other people's chat. Okay. I'm gonna be reckless in other people's chat. But y'all can be reckless in mine. It is, you know what? Still free speech. Okay. New studies show that men's baby batter can impact miscarriages as well. Yes, Toya C, definitely it can. And what affects his baby batter? His diet and his genetics. So I would wonder, as you said that, Toya C, you are in my head and in my notes. I would wonder, was it with the same man that you experienced both of these losses? Is it with the same person you experienced these losses? Then I would definitely say the possibility is there that it could be his baby batter is a potential problem. Hey, Dion Jones, thank you for the compliment on the here. I don't recognize the avatar or the name. So if this is your first time here, welcome in, welcome in. It's not always the woman's fault. No, it's not, and nature decides. And for whatever reason, nature and your Lord decided that ain't for you, it ain't for you. Okay? Bello just had a baby. Yes, Bello just had a baby. The baby, I think at the time was a year old. I know it wasn't, the child wasn't 2 years old, but yes. Yeah, last season Rose had that concern. Yes, she did. How many baby mothers for Darius of the 4 kids? We don't know. We don't know how many households Darius's tribe is spread across. We don't know at all. The Beijing Brotherhood out here having babies. Okay. And we don't know their ages. So Bello understands, and it's great that she shared all of this with him. He is looking forward to the next time to be alone with her. Since the first mixer, they were alone because she was the first person to show up. Then he was there, and he was happy to see that energy was still there. She can do no wrong, and he lists all the things that he likes about her. And she tells him she feels confident her man is in this room. It was a great date. I had, that was a great date, great sharing, great conversation. Okay, great conversation. Whack that he had a young child, like less than the age of a toddler. Yes. I wouldn't have brought it up or answered the question that openly. I understand, but when you are dating someone and it's a speed dating thing and you're really interested in them and you want to know if this is going to eliminate me, you need to eliminate me now and early. You need to be done with me now. Basically, I need to know if you are harped up about having a kid, having your son, then I may not be the woman for you. Let me know now so I can move on to the next one. We have great chemistry, and I'm going to see you next lifetime. Shout out Erica Badu. But I need to know early. But I guess I'm like Dominique that way. Let me know early. Don't let me linger. and think there's a chance or a hope. And because of what we're seeing and his way of saying, "Oh, I gotta have a son," I'm wondering if this, first child is a daughter, and that too would rub me the wrong way. That too would rub me the wrong way. Shea Butter Mama said, "I like this new format with second chances." I do too. I am glad nobody gets sent home the first night. Finally, well, they did it in Philly. I don't mind this format with a second chance mixer. I wish they would have thrown in new people we'd never seen before. Now that would be an added bonus for the second chance mixer or the second mixer. But I also liked it in Philly where they took the two people with the that would have been sent home and put them in the next mixer with the new people and see if they sink or swim. Either way, but I like that we don't have anybody, you know, being sent home in the first mixer. But we go on and we see go-kart rating where there's Cardi, Shannon, Ashley, Ashanti, Devon, and Xavier. Now, Shannon and Devon do sit and talk. They geek out on Harry Potter, movie trivia, and he allows her to share her geeky side, she said, her nerdy side. And I do like these two. They're on the same level, okay? They're on the same level with the conversations we have seen, but he going for Dominique. And I think he trying to reach above his threshold. I'm thinking he trying to raise too much above his threshold. This ain't for you, homie. This is not for you. Okay? Shannon is dressed to paint a house. Here's the thing. Shannon, we have only seen Shannon in like large boyfriend button-ups. That is all we have seen Shannon, other than the scrubs we saw her in her introduction video. Shannon is not going to give you the décolletage. She is now going to let you see, the what it is from the back. She's not going to let you see that. Not at all. She's in this boyfriend shirt. She's always going to be wearing them pearls. So again, Shannon, are we going to be wearing the pearls the whole time? The whole season? I need you to switch it up. I need you to switch it up, please. So she does try his beer, and Devon tries to be a little cheeky, like, "Oh, you haven't had beer? I would like to be your first in this. I'd like to be your first." So she says, "Smell good," but then she's like, "Oh no, it don't taste good. It tastes like cleaning supplies." I agree with you, Shannon. Okay, I agree with you. She does give a little décolletage, but she don't give a lot. She don't give a lot. Okay, she don't give us. If you're looking at the whole lineup of ladies, she gonna be on the other end of the spectrum where she ain't giving a lot of cleavage. She'll give you a hint. If she turned to the side, you can kind of peep in and see it's not out there. Okay. Them sweatpants were hideous. Oh wow. No, but she was cute at the roller rink with the thigh high stockings. Come on now. I'm gonna have to speak up for Miss Shannon now. I have to speak up for Miss Shannon. When Rome said, "I couldn't believe she wore that outfit." Daggone it. She was cutesy at the roller rink. Doesn't she get points for that? Dang. Now, Xavier said he can't put his finger on what's going on with Ashanti, but she intrigues him. Xavier, we know what it is. And Ashanti told us in her confessional. She said, the men are drawn in and then they're like, "Oh, you so nice, you're so sweet. What is it?" She said it's her spicy tongue. Because she could give them a tongue lashing that they wouldn't believe. Okay. She put her mouth on that strange man cup. She did. She did. She did. She did. She did. And I didn't like it. I didn't like it. We could have given me a sample cup and a little cup on the side of whatever it is he was drinking, but I wouldn't have done it either, just Rhonda. You don't wear that to skate? She had the little minis. She had the little skirt, the little plaid skirt, and the thigh-high stockings. That's cutesy, Delphine. Come on now. And she wouldn't be able to wear that to drive the go-karts. Come on now. I'm gonna have to speak up for Shannon. Y'all eat booty after one date. Let's not talk about cups. Well, we don't know when's the last time he done ate and whose. And did he clean up afterwards? That's what we don't know when in Rome, okay? So Cardi and Ashley talk, and at first I didn't recognize it was Ashley. The hair was pulled back. Ashley came to slay on the field. She came to like burn rubber, and her hair was all slicked back in a ponytail, and she was ready for them. And she said she could let her hair down too and be real casual. And y'all, what I didn't start here with is Cartier had a blowout. Cartier had a blowout. He done, remember the first time we saw him was braids. So he spent all night doing, undoing his braids so he could be curly for the skating party. Then he spent all night last night, with the hot iron comb, with the with the dryer. Cartier spent all night straightening that hair out. Cartier said, "Hey, I don't know when I'm going home, but y'all gonna get this Cartier experience. You're gonna see all levels and layers of my hair. I prefer the curly, natural look that he had on the skating rink, but some of y'all may prefer this blowout look." Let me stop stirring this cornbread real quick. Shannon's outfit at the date wasn't cute. Oh, Quay, go back and stir that cornbread. Everybody waiting on that cornbread. Cartier was looking good. But he opened the door and walked through. He didn't let the ladies go through. He didn't let the ladies go through first. That kind of like, Cartier, hold the door. Hold the door. Hold the door. He needs to cut the blonde out. Catfish showing off his good hair. Yes. He's like, I have real hair. Cartier. Yes, Cartier is showing off his good hair. I got real hair. It could be curly this time. It could be straight another time. Ladies, don't miss out. I got hair. One angle he look cute and a nice structure, and the next angle he look a mess. Yes, he does. Not you bringing out the scissors. Don't cut that man here. That could be seen as assault. Don't cut the man here without permission. Okay. Cartier is one of the girls. He's in beauty shop just as much as the women. Oh wow, wow. So he ain't doing it himself. Okay. Cartier gonna have all the hairstyles and the dusty, unshaved face. Let me go spread this cheese. You talking about real cheese for the mac and cheese, right, Quay? We ain't talking about another kind of you spreading cheese, okay? I gotta watch y'all. I gotta watch y'all in the chat. Spreading cheese can mean something different. So when Cartier's having this conversation with Ashley, he said it's great. She says that he will have her mind stimulated, and they do share their love languages. And Cartier does share that she has an infectious personality. So again, Darius, part of the Beijing Brotherhood. Darius is saying, Ashley is really cool people. She's really great. Now here's Cartier. So Ashley is a favorite. White and Asian men long hair all the time. Let these black men have their hair poo. Hey, let them have it. Let them have it. Hey, Katie, good to see you. No effort in the outfit, just like Shannon. They belong together. Daggone it. Daggone it. We were focused on Cartier's hair, not his outfit. Shredded grated cheese for the mac and cheese. Hey, we just want to make sure that whatever cheese is spreading, that it's the appropriate kind, Quay. So after all this, we head to the men's lounge. And the men enter the lounge. There's, putting out drinks. And we see this is the same outfit Darius had for his confessional. It looked like the same jacket, okay? He got the fur on, y'all. Please don't call Peter. We are not sure what type of animal. If it is an animal, it could be faux fur, okay? The Beijing Brotherhood could be wearing faux fur. But he is furred out. The necklaces are dripping. It is a custom-made jacket. I think it is custom-made. I'm going to say it's custom-made. I don't know. I don't know Darius or none of this. Girl, you put eggs in your mac with a little bit of milk. See, now we're talking about mac and cheese. See, Quay done changed us over to talking about Quay, when in Rome, would like to know more about your mac and cheese and your technique, okay, for spreading your cheese. We mean for mac and cheese, okay? Get your mind out the gutter if it went there. So Darius has this fur on, and I don't know why. Okay, and this is why I think Don is trying to say some stuff about he, doing a little too much. Okay, doing a little too much. Okay, so Shea Butter Mom is answering you. When in Rome. So when we hear, who do you like? Who do you like? Darius, of course, says Ashley. She's a whole vibe. Cartier says Ashley, personality and spirit. And I'm hoping it's the right time that Shady Production turned and looked at, oh, what do you have to say about looking at Darius while Cartier is saying he liked Ashley too. But Darius seemed unbothered. He's like, yeah, whatever, homie. You ain't gonna have my girl, Ashley. Devin said Shannon because she's quirky. Chris said Shannon. She gives him a Claire Huxtable, Michelle Obama. She's wifey material. Vince said Nicole. She is classy yet still silly. Ed says Nicole. She been conservative but wants to get to know her now. And you trying to spin the block, Ed? I don't believe you, because you were talking about, oh, she was wearing that red dress, so it was the dress, Ed, not Nicole. Okay, the way you said it or the way it was spliced and diced, it didn't sound like you were interested in Nicole. You were interested in that red dress. So the Nicole out the dress, I ain't so much interested. So Steven says Lauren, they have similar values in common, fun and she's high value woman. Okay. Bello says Dominique, and she has everything. Dominique has everything for him. And we also see how Devin looked, because Devin trying for Dominique as well. And Steven and Lauren, I really didn't see it. I didn't see it, but maybe they didn't show it to us, because when they were talking, it gave me friend vibes. Now, who we not feeling? They're going over Xavier, probably good husband material, no Mac Daddy appeal. Possibly. But we hear in the preview how he liked to get petty. So we hear in the preview Shea Butter Mama who would like to get petty. Okay, so we may have to look over Xavier. But who they not feeling? Xavier says Emily. Bello says Emily because she's hypersexual. Vince says Emily. He ain't feeling her. Okay, she leads with her décolletage and the makeup. He can't get to her. Okay, Vince, you don't have to get to her. It ain't the makeup. It ain't the makeup, Vince. It's you. So sorry to say, Vince, it's you. And maybe it's a whole man on the cast. Y'all ain't who she trying to see. So Chris says Donna, there's no spark. Ed says Donna, the whole religion thing. And Darius said Donna because she prejudged him. See, Donna, you made it to the list. Donna, you made it to the list. So on the bottom two, is Donna and, I didn't even test it out. Donna and Emily are the bottom two. Donna and Emily. Daggone it. Donna is down in the corner, far corner, and Emily is in this second row. Okay? Daggone it, Quay. You're sick of Emily's jugs, but she didn't seem hyper sexual to me. She was just mean. Hey, she just have what Chris would tell her later. So bottom two, as I said, is Donna and Emily. Steven goes out with Donna to let her know what's going on. And Emily goes with Chris. Now, what got me, Steven, you ain't the one to really be telling people if they're staying or going, because it was a little too timid. And Donna ran that conversation, what we saw. You seem a little timid, Steven. Like you didn't really know. You were trying to hedge whether she was staying or not. So Donna, he did tell her that she gets to stay. But here's the thing with Donna. When he said, well, some of the men, we think, you like to prejudge. Oh, no, that's Darius. Darius said that because that's who I talked to about that. And some of the men, we think, the whole religion thing. Oh, no, that's Ed. Ed said that. Donna was very defensive. She was very defensive. And I understand you're thinking you're going home. You're thinking you are being put out. I understand, Donna, but you were real. No, that's Ed. He said that. Oh, no, that Darius. That ain't all of y'all, but that's them too. It was very defensive. But she tried to tell us like, oh, she's going to take it under advisement and she's going to change her ways and do something different. We shall see. We shall see. Okay? Donna should have left. I would have preferred Donna should have left too. But, Emily just there so she don't get fined. Okay? So then Chris is out with Emily. And here's my thing. He didn't like Donna's attitude. Yeah. Chris is out with Emily. Now, Chris, you did two things. Chris said, yeah, the men we were talking, and you got this resting bee face. And I'm like, Emily, like, you going to say that to my face? You going to say that to my face? You can say I have a wall up. Like, you can't get past that wall. But to tell me I have it's more than just a resting bee face. And I have a short about that. And also, I have a short about this part. Chris, you also tell her that she leads with this. And the way that Chris is like in his referee attire, his zebra print, He's like, you lead with this. And when Chris was shaking his whole waist and chest, I was like, okay, Chris, okay. You lead with your sexuality. I was like, that's really funny, Chris. Like you trying to emulate her or imitate her. Sorry. I'm like, alrighty, Chris. So then he tells her that she's told she's not ready to love. And Emily's like, okay. Emily, first of all, had to tell him, well, just say what you're going to say. I know how this is going to turn out. Just say it. Get on with it. I got someplace to be. That's how it sounded like. She didn't say she got someplace to be. That's what it sounded like. I got to go. Do you know how many papers I got to grade? Do you know how many pom-poms I got to put together? I ain't got time for all this. I'm here until y'all tell me I can go by telling me I'm not ready to love. So I made it 3 episodes. Okay, it's time for me to go home. That's what it sounded like to me with Emily. She scouted out the men's. Yeah, I don't want none of this. I don't want none of this. Donna definitely could have had a better attitude. It was very evident Emily didn't want to be there and the men didn't want her there. They didn't. We could have had a double elimination as far as I'm concerned. Emily's jugs, like Brittany's nails, too much. Walking on eggshells. She was definition of a resting bee face. Brittany from Married at First Sight, y'all, that just ended. If Emily was leading with segs, she would still be there. Exactly. Exactly. But here's the thing, Katie. She could still be leading with the segs, okay? Katie, she could still be leading with it. But here's the thing. None of them going to have access to it, so they're going to be salty. Could be salty, okay? So a lady can lead with it and exude it, but if you figure that you ain't never going to get it, never going to get it, never going to get it, you may end up being a little bit salty. And then it becomes the reason you send her home. It could become the reason you send her home. Yes, it could have been a double elimination. Y'all could have sent Donna home. I wouldn't be mad about it. I wouldn't be mad about it at all if y'all send Donna home. Okay? Yes. En Vogue, never gonna get it. I had no problem with Donna being sent home at all. Oh, they don't want it. Oh, if they don't want it, then that don't have to be the reason. That is, for me, for sending Emily home, that's low-hanging fruit. Pun intended. That's low-hanging fruit. For that to be the reason to send her home. You could say she's not open, okay? You could say she's not open to getting to learn or getting to know any of the men, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. 100% men hate that. Feel like you're teasing even if you weren't trying to attract them specifically. Exactly, Katie. Some of the men do have standards. That's okay. That's okay. So what if one of the ladies, sent one of the men home and says because of your receding hairline? It's because you're using too much Beijing and you're sweating it out. What if the ladies used a physical reason as to why they're sending one of the men home? Your pants are too tight. Your pants are too tight and we see your print all the time. Come on now. Low-hanging fruit. You could totally tell someone you really don't want them there on the show or a part of it by saying, hey, we don't feel like you are being receptive to any of the men. We don't feel like you want to date any of us. You're not opening up to us. We're learning very, surface level stuff from you. Kind of, give me something. Give me something. And she would agree. I'm sure Emily would have agreed. Like, yeah, because she also said in her elimination, when Chris also said, oh, the men felt like you weren't doing, you weren't giving up or you weren't open enough. He said something like that. I can't remember. I didn't make a note of it. Or you weren't talking enough. You weren't sharing enough of yourself. She's like, well, the men won't shut up. They are controlling the conversation. I can't get a word in edgewise. Now, I didn't hear Chris saying she lied. Chris was like, okay. But it could be, Emily, let's look at the other side. Is it that they wouldn't hush? Or is it that they kept talking because you wouldn't volunteer and speak up? Okay? Maybe you wouldn't speak up, Emily. Maybe that's why they kept on talking, to fill the silence, to fill the void. Yeah, the pants too tight. Delphine, there are at least 2 of them that the pants always tight. But hey, that's not for me to discuss. I'm not dating them. The Beijing Brotherhood is out of control. Yes. The Beijing brother, and we can't, it will be real. She made that ish up. It'll be real bad if somebody said that's the reason they want to break up with one of these men. I would look at them sideways like, the Beijing is the reason why you don't like him. I would look at you real sideways. So all of this with Emily, yes, you could say she wasn't open to the process. That's fine. She doesn't have to be open to anybody there. It's okay. It's ready to love this group of people. I mean, that's in the fine print that you really got to squint to see, but it's to see this group, you're not ready to love this group of people. Emily was rude when getting eliminated. You could tell she was salty. She was salty. It's like, just say what you got to say. I got to go home. I got all dressed up for this. I know it's elimination. I don't even need a drink. I didn't see a drink or food. While we saw Donna and we saw like Steven had a po' boy right next to, she's like, say what you got to say, Chris. We ain't got to be all that. You got to tell me about rest and be face. You got to tell me about, how I lead with this. Say what you got to say, Chris, and send me home. Take this mic off. Let me go home. That's what Emily was giving me. Her best outfit was on her elimination date. Actually, I thought I liked her. And y'all, I told y'all, for those of you who are watching live with me, I told y'all Emily was a skating assassin. And the clips we saw of her in the background, Emily is a roller skating assassin. She know how to hang on them roller skates. I like that with the studded jacket and the black tights. I'm sorry. That was, for me, her best outfit. I like that the most. Or in the confessional, that blue outfit. Oh, that blue color is her color. That blue color is her color. Ashford and Simpson songs, give me something real, period. Yes. And y'all, if y'all, every Friday I do L Sid 932 unscripted. That's where you, the audience, decide what we're going to talk about. Okay. You, the audience, decide what we're going to talk about. And I always have a year in music. Members, tomorrow, y'all going to find out what the year in music is for Friday. But I have a post up, Elsit Unscripted, where you can start the conversation. I already have somebody suggesting where we start the conversation, and then it goes anywhere from there. But the year in music is going to be real interesting this week. Okay. It's going to be real interesting this week for Friday at 5:00 p.m. I hope Emily dressed more conservative around her students. Yes, she would. I believe she would. Definitely. Your parents are going to complain or the kids will. Hey, under the olive branches. Good to see you here. Good to see you here. You made it live. Hey, Miriam, you made it live. Yes. This is your first time here. Thank you for being here. Emily had a latex skin outfit again. I know. I like that outfit, though. It also told you don't get too close. Them spikes, don't come hugging up on me because you're going to get a spike. Her décolletage were covered in that black outfit in the skating rink. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was, definitely. But y'all, what do y'all think? Was Emily the right person to go home? Was Emily the right person to go home? Let me change this up. Oh, it's the wrong one. Daggone it. I got to re-download that, where if y'all see Richie and Diamond, I will make Emily basically everybody with the red means like Krispy Kreme. The hot light is on, so they're still on the show. So if the lights are off, the name is in black. It means they have been sent off the show. The outfit was cute. Yes. Yes, the outfit was cute. You're off waiting on takeout? Girl, I'm going to get takeout tomorrow. I'm going to get some Thai food tomorrow. Okay? Yes. She was the right one to go. I prefer a double elimination. Sorry, Donna, if you're listening. I preferred if it was a double elimination. Donna, to me, I don't know how she's going to crawl out of this one. Because Ed is not on her side. Darius is not on her side. And for some of the other men, the whole religion thing, I don't know how Donna might be the next woman gone. And I can't wait for Ed. Not Ed. I can't wait for Xavier and his this better be good because I can be petty. I'm waiting for that. But did y'all see the previews? Because Christina, and if y'all know Diary of a Mad Black Woman, that there's a reason why I say it like that, because she used to say Christina. Yeah. Her little banter with Bello that's happening this Friday, because I thought Owen was going to go on a break like they did, not like they did with Philly with his months-long break, but I thought at least for the holiday, but we are expecting an episode this Friday. So if you want to watch it live with us here, and get a little banter in the chat while you watch it, we are here 9 o'clock. I usually start the live at 8:45 p.m. EST, so you can watch the show with us and be up in the chat. It cannot be broadcast on my channel. It cannot, but definitely we watch it on OWN live and we can banter during the commercial breaks, okay? But yes, Christina has some choice words for Bello. She sees how he's, associated with Dominique, how they're close. And when we see OWN on Instagram, they put out a little short about how Dominique invited them to her home and had Bello's favorite foods there. Yeah, Bello's favorite foods there. And Christina said, yeah, when a man likes his money and his cash, and when he wants to date me, he gonna come off that bread if he's serious. She tells Bello that. So either go for what you want or bow out gracefully. Go for what you need or bow out gracefully. Either come to me or go away. The Beijing Bello, we call it the Beijing Brotherhood because Darius is a part of it along with Bello. We say it's the Beijing Brotherhood. Okay? The Beijing Brotherhood. But you calling them Beijing Bello. That is too funny. That is too funny. But Emily was sent home. I enjoyed Emily, y'all. I'm sorry for y'all. I enjoyed Emily. Emily's my speed, my kind of people. But you see, Emily and I would have that kind of banter. Like I would see exactly what she think of these people full of crap. Why am I here? I would be the one she's sitting next to, and we'll be the bad behaved kids in the class talking under our breath. But I understand what y'all are saying. Her, showing her décolletage. It is a bit much for some. But hey, if that's the way she wishes to dress and that's the way she feels confident, hey, go ahead. Just the reaction is some people don't want that. Some people don't want to see that. Some people, when you are their girl or whatever, they would like that not to be on display. We understand. We know this. We see this. But I enjoyed Emily, so much on here, even with the, as Chris said, it's not the resting bee face, but I enjoyed that with her because hey, everybody ain't, supposed to have granted access to you. And she's like, mm-mm. Ina's a trip. The other woman demand cash and it's okay. Not mad at Christina. I'm not mad at her. It's just the way she said it. What do you liked about her? Just curious. I like that she wasn't immediately fawning over the men, D Brown. I like she was not fawning over these men immediately. And maybe that's my toxic trait because you are there for a dating show, so you should be open. But she wasn't fawning. She was having good conversation with some of them. But then when she realized it was like, oh, you this way? Oh, okay. She just shut down and she's like, on to the next. Let's go skating. Let me get away from you. Oh, let me go inside. When she shut off Xavier and said, oh, okay, thank you very much. Let me go mingle. She was not wasting her time. That's what I liked about Emily. Okay. That's what I liked about her. Same, doesn't bother me. you were chest fed. Wasn't so much a cleavage for me because it was not fair to call her out when there was a lot of cleavage. I think people just don't like the way hers come out. Pun intended. I mean, it looked like a can of biscuits to me. It looked like, when you just hit the can of biscuits and it kind of pop out just a little bit. That's how it looked to me. It wasn't necessarily the way she was dressed. It was her nasty attitude, like she was mad at the world. And it could be, but I just see it as don't bring your BS to me. It was like, don't bring your BS to me. And maybe it's because when I was in New York, that's how I was, very closed off, just mean mugging. But hey, I could understand it. You have to get past a certain layer in order to get Emily to be more expressive with you. But anyway, she's analyzing you. She's reading you. She's trying to see, like the Terminator. Should you even be granted access? And it's like, no, next. I think she really cared. I don't think she really cared for any of them. I don't think she did either. And that's okay. Why did Emily hate Vince? Did they show it? No, but you remember, we are seeing Quay coming up. Darius is going to be telling Vince about himself. So he's saying some slick stuff. So it could be that. It could get back to her that he been saying slick stuff about her, always showing her chest. You don't know. Or he been doing stuff around her that she don't really like. Very little smiling, not pleasant at all. Even in her pics, still no smile. Look at the pics you have. She's still the only one in the whole cast not smiling. That's okay. Some people, if they are doing the whole supermodel pose, sometimes it doesn't require a smile. When people are modeling, sometimes they don't smile. So I can agree with that. Because if you are doing, you don't see Naomi Campbell smiling in every photo. This is her supermodel face. That's just me. That's just me. Nasty attitude. Big old beanies pushed up to the camera. I don't see it as a nasty attitude, maybe because I have a nasty attitude. Y'all know me. Some of y'all know me in here. Ella saying, yes, I am an Aries. I am an Aries. We just care about very specific things, like someone being authentic or not. Yes, I like that about her. I like that about her. Not if they're being socially correct all the time. Right. Are you going to tick me off or not? I ain't going to cuss you out on this camera, but come on. She ain't no supermodel. Hey, she got the supermodel look. I mean, come on. Look at her face. She has her chin tucked down. She knows how to take a photo. Again, if she's doing fashion and graphic design, and especially with the cheerleaders, she's probably part of the marketing team too. She has her chin down. If you look at her and how her face, her head, her hair, that is a very, camera ready pose. There are some people with their chins a little too high for the pictures. Their shoulders are off. Again, I'm just saying, I'm just pointing out the good stuff. I ain't gonna let y'all pile on Emily too much. I ain't her bestie or nothing, but I could at least appreciate how she moved through the game, and she ain't pressed to be there. She's like, Chris, come on, tell me I'm going home. I ain't got to be here. Next, I got someplace to be. Can I beat traffic? Can I beat traffic? Tell me what you got to say. Yes, Morticia Adams 2.0. Yes. Chin tucked into her. Never mind. Okay, Quay. I saw what you did there. She should know how to design clothes to enhance her assets as a seamstress. Who's to say her assets are not enhanced? It may not be enhanced the way some of us like to see it, but who's saying that her assets are not enhanced? They are. They are. Considering the Earth's gravitational pull, they are enhanced. Okay? They are enhanced. The gravitational pull of the Earth is being what? The rules are being broken. Okay? And I know y'all gonna have a good laugh at that statement. It is enhanced, just not the way we would enhance them. Just not the way we would enhance them. It's got to be smashed together so that nothing gets lost in the valleys below. It has to be smashed together so anything falling in will still be at the top. Okay? Y'all, I'm going to have an excuse. Shea Butter Mama, I could do this all day. Shea Butter Mama, I could do this all day with you. It's got to be smashed. I could give you a reason as to why she got to do it. Okay? Okay? It's just not enhanced to how we like to. Okay? Yes, the gravitational pull high vibe. Not the way we would wear it. Not the way we would carry it. But here's what. I guess I feel some sort of I feel for her, because carrying all of that, again, carrying all of that, your shoulders, your back, you could be in pain and hurting. And then you got to lean over a sewing machine to do the sewing that she has. Carrying that, I guess I could kind of, I'm not as blessed, but I could still see how carrying that could, be, not a chore, but it could be a challenge. Okay. But I understand you, and I hear what y'all are saying. Showcasing it, showing it off. It could also be a reason why she did it, to see who going to just fall into the décolletage. Who going to be the Vince that constantly looking down? And then I could eliminate you because you don't see me, you see these girls. It could be a strategy. It could be a strategy. Because I could I was Emily and I probably play that strategy too. Y'all would if I was as blessed as Emily, y'all would probably dislike me too. Because I would probably be dressing like her. I'm sorry. It may not be the way you would showcase, but if I am fully blessed, I need you to understand my blessing. I know you're not body shaming. Okay. No. You're not body shaming. You're bra outfit shaming. Hey, hey, come on now. She about to say nobody. Her things made me uncomfortable, like she always next to me the spillage. Hey, it would be something if I thought that maybe an accident may occur, a Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake kind of accident, a fashion faux pas, or a fashion mistake. Yeah, but I know that ain't happening with her, considering she was in fashion. Considering she was, I don't think so. She just dresses the way she would like to dress. So are we also going to point out Dominique also had it? The headlights had to be taped up. Okay. And Dominique is, usually shows the derriere assets. Okay. She was in a gold outfit in the skating rink. She wearing everything tight fitted, almost see through. Are we also going to call that out? Or is it just Emily and the décolletage? Are we going to call out the other ladies who are wearing tight and barely there? Or is it that just because Emily is fully blessed a little bit more than most? Okay. Okay. Is it because we're more blessed more than most that we have something to say? Mr. Elsa be okay with you dressed like that? No, he won't. No, he won't. No, he won't. Mm-mm-mm. Yes. The gravitational pull. No, he won't be okay. But I'm a different person. I'm a different person. Dummy lying about her age and dressed out of Fashion Nova. Oh, wow. But she's a fashion consultant. Men showing butt cleavage or cocktail plunge would also be inappropriate. Okay. Okay. We gonna hold that shea butter, mama. You better be here on Friday when we watch it together, and you better be here next week too. Okay. Okay. Gold outfit for a gold digger. Hey, well, she found the gold. She wearing a gold outfit. She found the gold. Or maybe she calling all leprechauns. Come and get me gold. Lauren's outfit in this picture was close to showing. Guess it's okay because she doesn't have as much blessings. Exactly. Exactly, Katie, is what I was going for. I was going to see who was going to say Lauren too was showing a whole lot. Come on now. If we're gonna call a spade a spade, Lauren was showing a whole much more the valley than Emily was. And is it because of size? Because size matters. That is why we are focused more on Emily. I'm gonna keep y'all balanced now. I'm gonna keep y'all balanced. And sometimes y'all gonna keep me balanced. I'm just saying. Would we have the same thing to say about Lauren if she wore the same dress Emily did? If they wore each other's dresses, would we have something different to say? Okay. Right. She didn't have much to expose. So then it's a size problem, not an exposure problem. I'm just saying, Shea Butter Mama, it seemed like a size problem. Thank you. Because size matters. Size matters. In all walks of life, size matters. And in this case, I think it's because of the size is what counts as why everybody's more, it's more pronounced. So everybody's more on Emily's case. Because again, we can wear the same dress, ladies. We can wear the same form-fitting dress. We can wear the same dress Dominique is wearing. But guess what? It's going to look different on Dominique. It's going to, if any of these ladies were wearing each other's dresses, it's going to look different. But guess what? It is the same dress. It is the same dress. I think it's because we're seeing skin. Because if Emily was wearing, let's say, Nicole's dress, it's see-through. It's see-through on the top, on the arms and stuff like that. You ain't seeing her skin, but it's definitely seeing through. Is that going to be better? I'm a big girl, but Emily's jugs uncovered was obnoxious. I think it's because it's uncovered. Is Friday show going to be 9 o'clock Eastern time, or has it moved to the 8 o'clock time? Let me take a moment to check that for you under the olive branches. Okay. I thought, and I'm gonna blame just Rhonda for this because y'all, she does the Bell Collective and all the Housewives recaps. I thought the Bell Collective would have more than 1 week. I thought the Bell Collective will have more than 1 week. But they definitely have they definitely were done this week with the Bell Collective's reunion. She look beautiful in the blue. She knows what to do with them things. Yes. That's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna look for it for you. Yes, it does change to 8 p.m. y'all. So thank you under the olive branches for that. Bell Collective, since they are done, it will be on at 8 p.m. this week. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, y'all know for y'all who are here with me, y'all know I'd be struggling with that 9 o'clock showing. But yes, it will be on at 8 p.m. this week. Ready to Love will be at 8 p.m. EST. Whew, so I'll make that the change to that live to 7:45, y'all. So we can definitely, so my folks who we do the unscripted, we're gonna do it from 5 to like 6:30. We're gonna give ourselves a good hour and a half, and then we'll be back on for 7:45. So yes, because Ready to Love is at 8 p.m. up close and personal. 9 p.m. is Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay. So yes, it will be 8 p.m. Thank you for that under the olive branches. I would have been there planning for 9 o'clock. I missed the whole thing. I missed the whole thing. But yes, 8 p.m. EST is going to be the next episode of Ready to Love Detroit. I hope you all had a wonderful time with me this evening. As I said, we watch it live on Fridays. Like I start 15 minutes before the show, which will be 7:45 this Friday. We watch it live together. We're in the chat. We're, making commentary during the commercial breaks. And then on Tuesdays, I come here and I do the more in-depth recap and have fun with you if you couldn't join us on Friday. But y'all just, check around the channel. I am covering different shows this, as I said, this Friday as well at 5 p.m. EST. I will be doing unscripted, where whatever you want to talk about. And I already have some suggestions to start. Whatever the chat wants to talk about, including a particular year in music, including some trivia. We start off the weekend right on Fridays here in El Cid Unscripted. Saturday, we're going to cover Love is Blind. We're going to talk about all the versions of Love is Blind. So if you watch Love is Blind, all the international versions, including the US version, this Saturday at 5 p.m. EST, we're going to be talking about the good, the bad, the ugly, what we like, what we don't like. Remember when so-and-so did this? Remember when somebody did that? We will be talking about it. Sundays, I go at 5 p.m. to do unsolicited advice, where we give the internet our unsolicited advice. I pull a story, somebody saying, hey, I can't get my boyfriend to clean up after himself. What do I do? Oh, hey, I don't like when my girlfriend touches me this way. What do I do? We give our unsolicited advice, okay? Monday nights are Member Mondays, where we get real crunk. Members who are here, who enjoy our Member Mondays, let them know. Well, I shouldn't say that. Y'all get crunk. I just bring a topic, and then the members take it there. And I'm also going to be doing Remember Wednesday. Wednesday, we're going to test out our watch party on Netflix. We're going to watch, we're doing watch parties as well. It's mainly going to be a member benefit, okay? It's mainly going to be a member benefit eventually, but tomorrow it's going to be open to all. We go to Teleparty and we watch things together. I drop a link and you enter the party room. Okay. We're going to watch Eddie Murphy's documentary together to test out the Netflix version of this party room. Okay. So you will be able to see it on your mobile device. You will be able to, if you have the app for Teleparty, and if you go to my posts, you will see Teleparty and you will see a link to a video with the instructions to download. But we will be watching Eddie Murphy's documentary. I have not watched anything on it. So we will watch it together in a party room, and you can put gifs and memes and everything in the chat. Is just something I found that I said, you know what, we can go someplace where we are not edited in YouTube. Katie, you were there acting up. We could go somewhere where we can have a good time, not be subjected to YouTube censorship. Okay. But 1 hour before the party, please look for a post. I will post the party link 1 hour before the party, because if I put it now and leave, it will cancel the party room. I have to open up the party room. So 1 hour, so about 7 o'clock. Okay. 7 o'clock. Thank you all members for letting folks know it is a vibe. It is a vibe. We have a ball. Okay. And Quay is the reason too. Because of Teleparty, I actually do, we can watch anything on YouTube together, Netflix, or any of the streaming services. But because most people mainly have YouTube, because we're here, and most people usually have Netflix, those are the two main ones. Now, if Peacock come up with something that we want to watch together, it'll be only, you have to have your own access to that streaming service in order to join in. That's how you get past any copyright infringement issues. If you have your own access and I have my own access, all it is that you're giving me, you're coming in and watching on my device, and I have control to pause or stop, which I usually don't do unless I have to give instructions. But if you want to join us with Teleparty tomorrow evening, as I say, about 8 o'clock, we will be 8 o'clock Eastern time. We will try to watch definitely Eddie Murphy's documentary together. I will drop a post with the poster, and it will have the link to the party room tomorrow at about 8 o'clock. But I had fun today, y'all. Ready to Love Detroit is really, 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 really giving it to us. I like it. I like it so far. Ready to Love Detroit. I'm having a good time here. I hope you are too. And definitely, I think I gave y'all everything that I do. And after this live, I do also watch All's Fair. I know it got tanked, but I'm enjoying it because it's real campy and I don't take it too seriously. But All's Fair with Niecy Nash, Glenn Close, Kim K, Naomi Watts, Tiana Taylor. It's a good, ain't too serious show. Okay. Yes. Please make sure you hit the like. Okay. Please make sure you hit the like. Absolutely a safe and fun space. Live with Elle said, yes. Awesome. I'm glad y'all enjoyed. And y'all, thank you so much for being here. As Mariam says, hit the like one good time. And you know what? If you are not here tomorrow for our teleparty, and I will give you, there's instructions and everything. And if you need me, just put it in the comments. If you need me to help you get to the teleparty. But if you're not here, have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your family. If I don't see you in these YouTube streets, have a good time. And if you are not spending time with your family, take that time to, spend it with self and doing something that you enjoy doing. Other than that, like I always say, I'll see you on the next one.